Hello and welcome to the Gotham After Show. Good to see you all again. And remember, while you're here, to subscribe to the stream.tv on that little button somewhere on your screen, and to hashtag us at GothamAS to keep the discussion going all week long, and actually to tweet at us now and we'll answer your questions live. All right, let's get right into the show. A lot of stuff happened tonight.
Totally.
I think, oh my God, I have to introduce you guys. I was just going to start talking and not say that this is Kristin over here to my right. Hi. And our good friend Ian over here to my left.
Hey, guys.
Who's joining us for the first time.
Yeah.
But I've worked with him before.
A few times, yeah.
So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is I love the Bruce and Selina team up again. I love that they're doing that. I'm totally shipping them.
Totally.
But I mean, because of course,
Yeah.
that's what pulled me into the DC world. They're my favorites. But it was really interesting. I loved their whole plan. We called it while we were watching it. We were like, no, this is the plan. This is the plan. We were like, who are these mystery men in the mystery van? And then we,
Totally. It was very much a shock. Like, initially when you see them, you're not quite sure who they are, what they're doing, and or what they're doing there. And it was kind of like well-played writers, because I, for a second, was like, who the hell are these random people?
Right.
And it's like, God damn it. But then we got that cool backstory for them, kind of. But they're like Selina's friends, but I'm cool with that. That's all the explanation I really need.
Yeah, her friends from the street.
Cool.
She knows thugs. She knows everybody.
Exactly. And I have like a giant crush on Tom. Like Silver Fox status. I was like, hey, you are a good-looking gentle sir.
He's probably hanging out in Silver Lake. You could go. He's like had like the mustache, hipster,
but I feel
hipster torture guy.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he may have been the same actor that was in Sin City, but I'm not sure. He has that little
we should
IMDb
that on the break.
Oh yeah, we should.
Or just tweet at us and we'll look at it.
Totally.
You tell us. So we get on that.
No, I loved that scene. I loved how Selina and Bruce worked together. It was great to see. I don't know. It was great to see them back on the same side. Like,
that's what I love is that Selina goes both sides. I mean, that's why we all love Selina.
Right. Yeah.
And I love that we're already seeing the beginnings of Bruce Wayne, billionaire playboy.
Right there.
Using
women.
Like Lothario using women, basically. But using a kiss on Silver to whispering everything he really feels about Selina into her ear.
Oh, I love that part.
I kind of love that.
Yes.
All that.
I think we also called that though, like but I was saying it's true, but it was about you, it was that good,
Well, as soon as you find out what he actually said, you're like, oh, but that's how he feels about Selina, obviously.
Totally.
Yeah.
That whole, but yeah, just to kind of rewind for like a hot second and go back to the interrogation scene.
Because you want to talk about that guy some more.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, love is love. But I really liked what they did there. They used it as a cool device, and it gave us a lot of plot, and it told us exactly what was going on. And like at first, at first we had no idea, and then it totally switched around, and then we got to see her real character. And I thought that was a beautiful snap change. That was so interesting for me.
That's actually a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. That was a really well-constructed storyline.
Totally.
That was maybe my favorite storyline so far this season.
Oh yeah, and
that episode, that was really well done.
I really enjoyed it. And then
writers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the writers.
But yeah, it was a great little storyline, like an awesome little device there. We got to see who she really was, and we got to hear that name. M. Malone, which for me was like a hot second of like, oh, God damn it.
Matches Malone.
Matches Malone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Which, if you don't read the comics and you only watch the show, Matches Malone is, it's Bruce Wayne. It's like Batman's alter ego when he goes undercover is like one of the bad
With the
guys.
crime bosses.
But it was like just a petty thief that died, but was kind of like a decent guy that Batman had befriended, and then when he died, he just assumed his identity to.
So that's the lore in the comic book.
In the comic book,
him in
So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this M. Malone name, and if it is going to be Matches, who we never really know what his real first name is, I think, and and how they're gonna do that, because
What if it's
Matches Malone in the comic book had absolutely nothing to do with the Wayne's death, as far as we know.
Yeah, and I still think
curious.
that it's going to be the commissioner that ends up being the one that was truly guilty of doing that.
The commish.
I'm still
Really?
calling it. I'm still calling it. I
Wait,
think
didn't
that's
he play the commish? Wasn't he the commish?
possibly.
Yeah, I think that was his, was his rise to fame. Was the TV show The Commish? That's funny. I don't know why I didn't put that together.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah. No, I actually thought it was a very good episode. There'd been
overall,
it had been a little dip before this one, but I don't know. This was good. It was solid. It had propulsion to it. Like there was a clear thing. It started with the funeral of poor cop Parks.
Officer Parks.
Officer Parks.
Which everybody that died last week was black, which I thought was very bizarre.
We were talking about that earlier. We were just like, everybody that died is black. Like the show can't keep a black person.
And then the big finale black person is named Parks.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah. So we're joking about that, and it's like, oh, it's Rose's kid.
granddaughter.
Yeah, Rose's granddaughter. Oh. But, right?
I'm sure the writers were not thinking about it.
They weren't, but hey.
But we noticed it.
We noticed it, and, it might have been a subliminal thing.
Sure, no other after show about Gotham has talked about that.
Well, I don't know. This show has its own little thing with keeping black people around, and it's harder to keep black people around than a Kardashian. But but yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how to pass that.
But the reason you were bringing it up, and I totally distracted you by pointing that thing out.
No, it's okay.
Was you liked this how well written in the storyline, and so where it started.
Where it started.
With him sort of mourning.
Yeah, we're with him mourning and so
interrogating Gallivan.
Yeah, so this show has been really talking to us a lot about Jim and Gordon and his ability to be like, he's got his dark side, right? But they mostly talk to us about it. They never really, I feel like they never.
It's like the last few episodes they've sort of been digging into that.
They're finally like, okay, we're gonna get into it, and
But so then it was last week. I think it was Tompkins was like, you can't cross over or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, no, that you can't just do whatever it takes, and you should whatever.
Which
and
is
so
why
he doesn't kill.
that. Yeah. And then Parks,
so really, it's her fault. Not
his. Yeah. Right. Well, but
Kidding.
I mean, that's kind of what they've gotten into with that conundrum from last week that he's clearly dealing with this week. Is I have to do the bad things, otherwise bad people are going to do worse things. You know, and
it's the moral dilemma of Batman.
Exactly.
It is the main dilemma that Batman has over the years, and it's just like, do I keep putting Joker in the asylum, or do I kill him?
Where he always escapes, or do I kill him and end it finally?
And you have to, like Jim discovered today, you have to do what's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hear that, world? Do what's right.
Because once you cross the line once, then you always just...
Then there is no line.
Then there's no more line,
Then there's no more line. And I mean, he's crossed it plenty of times. And I actually really enjoy his relationship with Penguin. Like,
I love it. Yeah. Again, now Penguin saves him again.
Yep.
And so it keeps like bonding them together, which I kind of love that.
I also loved when he like comes up. He's like, "Where is he? Where's Gallup?" And then he starts beating him up too.
He starts beating him up more, and he hits him twice, and he just hits him again.
I think he's had a rough day.
He's already unconscious.
Okay, all I have to say is I also have rough days when I can't find my goddamn spicy mustard.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, that's one of probably my favorite little running gag that they're doing right now is just the the relationship, the odd coupleness of Penguin and Nigma.
Yeah, totally.
Which could totally be its own show. Like, I mean, just terrible roommates.
Horrible.
I love that spin-off. Maybe just a web series that's extra
yeah, just
stuff
like extra stuff
of just them living together. Gotham, will you please just give us that? Little snippets into what their life is living together.
In between the mid-season and the second half, the back half of the season.
We should have them just do like a little web mini-series, and it could be like a Three's Company. We'll throw in like another villain just to like even it out. Like, I feel like that could be a great thing.
It'll be like the opposite of like the Gotham City Sirens. Like the Gotham Girls.
Well, they have
the male version of that.
totally, and they have like
Gotham
Bane and like
Girls.
sublets from them, because like,
Bane's,
if,
the trouble tenant.
the trouble tenant, like, but it like bands them together. It'd be great. It'd be
Bane's
so.
with the toilet again. We have gone on a tangent, and I apologize to all of you. But if I could now just ask you all to write into Gotham and have them create this web series for us.
Do it for us, please.
Yeah, I
Thank
think
you.
we all really want to see it. Where were we going with that? With the sidetrack?
I just love that pairing. I think it's a good.
Oh yeah,
couple.
yeah. I do too. It is really
highlight.
interesting. I think that's what I was going to say. Was I think we have some of you guys have been commenting. I think some of you are shipping them.
Yes.
You're like shipping
This was the
Nigma and
episode
Gordon.
for fan ships. We had a lot of comments on YouTube about like characters being shipped. If you don't know what shipping means, why are you on the internet?
Yeah, you're probably not watching this if you don't know what it means.
But shipping is basically when you decide that you like two characters and you're going to go ahead and make them in a relationship in your head, the fan fiction of your mind. So that's what shipping is, and some people decided that they were going to ship Nigma and Cobblepot. Nigmapot? Cobble-Nigma. Penigma.
Penigma.
Ooh, Penigma. I like
Penigma.
that. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move on.
I could stay on that for a little bit. I kind of want to ship them too. But anyway.
And to put a
they are
kibosh
actually
on
two of my
that,
fair actors on the show, so I do.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're shipping. I'm will
Well,
put
no.
that
Oh, well,
on there.
clearly.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's.
And here they are.
There's some fan fiction being written right now.
Slash fic.
Keyboard's typing away madly.
Speaking of themes that we've been watching throughout the show, and one that we've brought up on this show a couple times is women on the show and how they're written, how they act, and this episode was really great for women, and I kind of loved it because we had Selena, who is like kick-ass. Silver was actually, I loved her this
Oh my
episode.
gosh,
I
her
love when she
little-
broke and we saw the dark
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
But
I'm
then
so
she's
nice.
still torn because she really does have feelings for Bruce, it seems.
I don't-
But it's hard to tell.
I don't.
Is she just
Yeah.
playing? Like, is she
I
just
think.
playing it?
Yeah, I think she knows her uncle's gonna be pissed at her when.
Well, she
when all this
basically
comes
said,
out. Yeah.
if you
He's
leave
gonna
me
kill
here,
her.
he's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't do this,
Because
Bruce.
they gave
it's
you
not
the
like
name.
you. Yeah.
And then he
So,
leaves her.
Totally with
Yeah.
this little
Yeah.
boat, like
And then
this
also Dr. Tompkins got to be a doctor again. And we got to see
Yes.
her be smart and not
She
just
put
be
the lab coat back on.
Gordon's
Yep.
little like lady or something. You
Yeah.
know, so that made
Although
me happy.
there was the moment she was like the one person, which is another comment that we got on YouTube. She was the one person that realized that, oh God, Kristin, I haven't seen her in a while. God,
Right?
where'd she go?
Well,
it's
and also she's the
amazing.
one that was asking all the questions. Like, she really was smart again.
Totally,
finally. And she
totally.
was the one asking, being like, how come nobody's seen these monks before? They're killing bodies and dragging them all the way across Gotham. So she was like, being like, stating
Totally.
the things. That was
Yeah.
like, you guys are the detectives, but these are the questions you need to be asking.
Yeah. Babe, God, I love you. I do love you, Gordon. But if you could, I don't know, do police work, that'd be great. That'd be, that'd be great.
I mean, he's mostly into brooding. I mean, it's one of his best traits, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know.
And he will be damned if he ever goes to bed.
Yeah.
She's like, come to bed, darling. And he was like,
Nope. Gotta brood.
Not until, not until I
Gotta finish
figure out how to control this anger that I have.
Yeah, right. Like, oh no, I'm contemplating that line. Don't want to cross it. Like he's just sitting there the whole time.
Let's see. So the son of Gotham is now
Clearly, Bruce.
Bruce, yeah, which
did
as
we
soon
ever,
as they said it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
did
was
we
like-
ever have
And
doubt?
we all kind of
I don't think
knew
we ever
who
had
the son of
doubt. Well,
Gotham
at
Yeah.
least I didn't.
Plus, also, we were told earlier in the season that Gallivan was after Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Out of the revenge for his parents.
I really
the
appreciated
Dumas
the like the
family.
recap of it though. Like sometimes I forget stuff.
exposition that
And
the
you know
characters
what?
spit
If I
out.
didn't listen to it the first time, getting it a second time was also really nice. Although I did remember it and that was kind of a little heavy-handed. But also, for those of you that had forgotten, here's a cheerful little reminder.
Yeah, exactly. Exposition.
Yeah.
We're just
Yep.
going to say it again. Explain everything that's happening. So I've also this season I've been liking their use of Bullock because it's been less, but I feel like it's been effective.
Less is more sometimes.
Less is way more this time. Like with this specific case, less is way more. I wasn't super happy when they brought him back to the force, but like, because I was like, you know what, stay in the bar.
No, it was
just
great.
Stay
just
in the
put him
just
somewhere.
Stay there. Be a teetotaling bartender. That's a complicated enough story.
I was the only one that kind of liked Bullock. I kind of did. I kind of liked that he was kind of like, there's no reason for you to actually be a police officer. Like, you're so corrupt.
Right.
But he did give you like the baseline of how terrible Gotham was.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
I just personally
I think for me it was like felt like the acting was a little over the top.
He was in a different show.
He was
in
Totally.
a different show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's been tamed a little bit.
Totally.
And now it kind of works for me.
Yeah.
When they went down into the
Catacomb.
the catacombs, the Candle Story catacombs.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah, we talked about that. Like, when
Stopped
the
over
monks
at
were
Bed Bath and Beyond.
They
and
did,
were
and they got
a bunch of candles.
Well, they're in the
Vanilla
catacombs.
candles.
They smell. You got to get that aromatic.
Scented.
Yeah,
I'm sure
just,
they were
like,
scented
smell it.
candles.
Get the whiffs going on.
Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, there was something about the court that I wanted to talk about. The little Gallivan being freed. So I guess that makes him mayor still.
Yeah.
If all charges are
love-
dropped, then I guess he's now still mayor.
I don't think that he was ever not mayor. I think that Gotham City is just cool with their mayor being in prison. They're like, oh God,
Just like-
well, we elected him.
Yeah, so he
It's
must
all
be correct.
Yeah, we just
like,
have to
used
keep
to
him
it.
here, but I mean, he definitely was elected by the people, so.
Right.
Cool.
And they're like, well, the way
No
Gotham
choice.
rolls, they're just like, this is just sort of another
Yeah.
You know.
Whoops.
another thing. I loved, what was with the judge's hairstyle? It was like
Okay, but
little Cindy Lou Who
Have you guys noticed that though?
hairstyle.
Like a lot of the women in the show, their hair is styled like up front.
They do, like, a big stylized
when,
thing, so
Yeah,
it's
like
like
in the Children's Hospital Gala from earlier this season. Like a lot of their hairstyles are more to the front, so I think it's just
It's
like
another play to like era, I feel
Like
like.
a style thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
how
Which I like.
sometimes we don't know what era the show is in.
Because they have like
It's a little
computers
timeless.
and then like
Yeah.
dial TVs. Yeah.
Totally,
Yeah.
but still flip phones.
Still flip phones. Yeah.
It's a parallel universe,
Yeah,
basically.
no, it's a strange universe.
But-
it's like almost a little steampunk sometimes, but
it makes
not.
but it makes sense. I mean, since Batman, it's like you always want it to be relevant.
Yeah.
But it also kind of has to
It
be
lives in
timeless
its own,
since he's been
yeah.
around since the 40s.
Yeah, I think the
20s?
50s, 60s like fits like that kind of style and the way that people carried themselves at that time really fits the Batman world.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah,
cool to see that. But
definitely.
with the judge, you know, she looked like a Who from Whoville. In my head, I called her Judge Hootie. But yeah, no, it was that little swoopy swoop. And then, well, okay, but the other thing too about that scene is you go and you see, like, again, Gordon just punches out the mayor in front of everyone, right?
Right. Yeah. But I was wondering about that too, because then you're like, well, you would instantly lose your job.
Yeah.
But then I guess none of that's going to matter because he got kidnapped immediately afterwards.
But don't worry, we're not arresting you. Like, don't
Right.
worry, we're not arresting you.
Zap, we're
Zap,
kidnapping
we're kidnapping
you. Right.
Oh, I was worried for a moment.
Yeah.
Due
Don't
process
worry.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
And so by the time, like he gets out, everyone will have realized, well, Gallivan was as bad as everybody said. And,
Yeah.
But will they?
I think they will. Like we're getting to the mid-season, and most shows are starting to like arc themselves in that like it's like 2 half season, or it's like 2.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
just
2
went
arcs.
through all this trouble to get off and be the mayor again. Do you really think that he's going to show his hand to all of Gotham? I don't think so.
Oh, I think that his hand has been shown. Like it's
To
just a matter
all of GCPD,
yeah.
potentially.
Too many people know the truth, but you're right. Like that doesn't really matter
Yeah.
if he's the mayor.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I don't know what my
everybody-
mayor does
Yeah.
unless someone tells me.
But yeah,
I should
don't
really
know.
get into more
But I
politics.
think it's all. But I think you're right. Story-wise, I think
Yeah.
I think the Gallivan story has got to come to an end next
It's got to
week.
come to an end and then set up whatever they're going to do in the back
Yeah.
half. I don't
Right.
know
Well,
with
we
that
were
actor if they're going to keep him.
We
Yeah.
need other villains to rise,
We
is
were-
what we're saying.
Yeah,
It is the season of the rise of the villain.
Rise
after
of the
all.
villains.
We were
and it's
promised
time
Mr.
for some more
Freeze.
villains.
We were promised Mr. Freeze, so I'm
Oh, yeah,
hopeful.
that's right.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were promised Mr. Freeze, and I recently read an article that said that we had casted Fry's, what's his wife's name? I can't remember. But his wife to play in the show. So hopefully we'll have
Whose
both of
wife?
them.
Whose wife?
Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Mr. Freeze's
Oh,
wife.
so she'll
Yeah.
be alive. Like we'll
Yeah.
see it
Oh,
all
yeah,
play
because
out.
that's sort of his
Totally.
storyline,
Okay.
too. is
Because
all
the only
about his
reason that he
wife.
does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's
Okay,
a
so
great
yeah.
character. He's such
Yeah.
a noble
He's
villain. I
German.
love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Dent has to turn into Two-Face this season, right? Isn't that going to happen?
Oh.
I mean,
That feels really background right now. Like
know.
if they do that, it
but
would,
he's like still top of
can't.
show, and he'll have like one
Yeah.
scene, so it's
It-
got to be like they have him for the season.
It can't.
Anyway, why don't we go and see what you guys think about all of this? So we're gonna take a break, check out all these previews of our other shows on the stream.tv. And meanwhile, we're gonna come back and give you some shout outs and see what you guys have to say on the Twitter box and the YouTube channel.
Sweet.
All right. See you in moments.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it. That was freaking love it.
Oh my god.
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was like,
How did you get here? No.
Kill him. Kill him. Definitely kill him. We're cool.
shade. Just shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in.
Rubbed me the wrong way and the right way.
But you were like, well, we want to know what's going to happen.
That was cute.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and we
Another
appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
And we're back. Did you miss us? So why don't we go to, who wants to go first? Anyone?
Let's do YouTube first.
Cool.
All right. Check out YouTube with Kristin.
Yes, hello. Hi, followers. Thanks for watching yet again. You know we love you. And I have a couple of little shout outs and also some questions. One question that we got was, do you think the mayor has been killgraved? And I don't think so, because I don't think he's being mind controlled. He's pretty much the crazy one. So I'm going to go ahead and say no to that.
Are they referencing Purple Man? Is that what's happening right there?
Oh, yeah.
so,
Jessica Jones. I love it.
Yes. Get on it. Get on it, guys.
It's crossing universes, but we're fine.
Sorry.
We can love everything.
Of course we can, yes. So just to go ahead and grant your wish, Steve Johnson, yes, I think that moment between Bruce and Selena was amazing and touching, and I think that it's a cute, cute thing that will eventually butt into a gorgeous relationship that we'll all be super excited to watch.
What was his
and
comment? What
it
did
was
he
just
say?
so his comment was what Bruce said about Kat was absolutely amazing and heart-touching and genuine. Purple heart, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. One of you on the stream.tv must mention this, please. We mentioned it twice now.
You're
so
welcome.
Before the
Yeah, I
episode
wanted to know
ends,
the
I have to
details.
mention it at least one more time because that's how thorough we are.
But you're right. I loved that moment too, actually. I thought, well, just because I love that Bruce is just like throwing himself at Selena. And just like, her reaction was great with like how kind of cold it was.
And it was
Oh, right.
so
Like she
it
won't
was
let
so
herself feel. It's
genuinely
like, oh, too close.
like young girl awkward.
Yeah.
Like oh, you're telling me that you love me, right? I have to go do a thing now because you think I'm cute and I like you, so bye, I'm stealing your car.
Speaking of which,
Speaking as an awkward teenage girl, evidently.
In the opposite sense, it's also like Bruce has really came into his own this episode.
Yeah.
Like he learned how to play hardball, and
yeah, he's
totally
changing,
played
like she
Silver.
says, but not too much.
But also is like being full open about his like emotions for Selena and everything.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh, he's becoming a little man.
Oh, look at him. Our next question was, how cruel do you guys think Edward Nygma's parents were for naming him Edward Nygma? Enigma.
Who wrote that?
That's from our friend John Crane, and we all know that he's a little bit biased, as he tends to be a little bit towards the Scarecrow, considering his name is Jonathan Crane. P.S. I know it's John, but I've decided to call you Jonathan now.
I wonder if that's his real name or he's just going by Scarecrow. Is his picture like the Scarecrow?
There's no picture.
Oh, he's an egg?
No, he's like a little
it's YouTube,
icon-y.
that's right. I keep getting confused with YouTube and Twitter. Okay, so that was just a comment about, yeah.
And then our last question from Chewy We're Home, who thank you so much for watching and for making me giggle several times while looking at the live chat. And as well with all of you guys that are making this so fun to play around with you guys. What do you guys think is going to happen in the finale? What do we have, like, any predictions of what might happen? Any things that we want to see? Well,
like we were kind of saying, like, I feel like it's going to sort of wrap up the Galavan storyline, at least this one. I mean, he'll be if they don't murder him, I think he'll be back. But yeah, and what I'm hoping is it will then also do something that will lead into the next big storyline. I think the rise of more villains. Basically, everything we just said. Basically.
Yeah, basically everything we just said. I'd love to see Barbara back again. Who I actually felt her, like I felt her missing. You know, which, you know, in the first season she was so underused, and then they finally started to use her right. She totally works for me. And
she's great.
Yeah, now she's in this coma. I hope that she comes back and crazier than ever, because it seems to really work for her. She found the level of fun and crazy that the show needed.
She's balancing the line. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
And yes, we just got confirmation that his real name is Jonathan Crane. Yes, I love it. Also, thank you to everyone who reminded me that it's Nora Fries.
Oh, good. Thank you. See how quick this is?
There it is.
I love you guys.
I love it.
Seriously, please continue the conversation with us all this week with #GothamAS.
#GothamAS.
Just throwing it out there.
To answer Jonathan's question, no, I don't think that the Nygmas were especially cruel. Like I think if you had a last name that was cool and set up like that,
nothing's gonna go with it.
Nothing's gonna go with it. You might as well go for the joke. Like you know.
Like I wouldn't think with Ed Nygma that's what turned him to a life of crime.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't just like
what
that's
if it
what
was
gave him split personalities. He was just like, oh, I can't live with this name.
Edward. All right. So now we'll do some. Oh,
sorry, just another prediction. A little baby prediction that I'm gonna say because I know it's gonna happen because it's super obvious. But we're gonna get to see Penguin's dad, and I don't know what that storyline's gonna be or what's gonna happen. Yeah, because we've already gotten confirmation that Penguin's dad is gonna be played by Pee Wee Herman.
Oh,
that's right.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
So we have to see that, and I'm super excited for whatever storyline that could potentially possibly bring.
I love it. Paul Rubens is all over the place.
Yeah, he's really coming back.
He's got a new Pee Wee movie coming out.
Yeah, he's really coming back. So we've got some
to the Twitter box.
To the Twitter box. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tweeting at us. #Gotham, #GothamAS. So first we have up, Jim testifies with his fist. There's no order in the courts of Gotham. I just liked that, testifying with your fists. It's good. Next up, Film Chick 02 says, Gotham, I love Penguin being the lonely housewife to Nigma as the irritated hubby. Hilarious. And we were talking about
That's
this.
exactly what we were talking about.
It's the best. It's a great thing
It really
and
is.
totally worth shipping. So, you know what? More shippers.
And it would be a great web show. I'm just going to say that one more time.
Again, Gotham writers, you can have that idea on us. Just go for it. We're here. We'll do an after show of your web
You can pretend like
series.
you were already doing it before we told you to do it.
Yeah, right? We'll believe you. Next up, we have one from Tia, at Tia2U. Bruce and Alfred should peddle candy in Gotham equals you buy now. Bruce can play the innocent Boy Scout. Alfred will bust a cap in you. And I just like that image of them going door to door and just the grunt behind little old Bruce.
I love it. And that's one thing that we didn't talk about.
Alfred.
We didn't talk about
He
Alfred
didn't
and his
slap anybody.
fight.
Oh,
He
right.
fought, but he
Yep.
didn't slap anybody.
So there you go, Martin Schweck. That's us talking about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was badass as shit.
No, it was
I
pretty
was so
great.
into it.
I still
and
think
I
she could
love
have
that.
kicked his ass, having seen what she's done.
Oh,
to
yeah.
other
No, I
people.
know. Yeah.
But
He's
he is
in
kind
the
of a tough-
trash. He's fucked up right now.
Yeah,
We
that's
need to
true.
find out where Alfred is. I am.
Oh yeah, he's
'Cause
got a
he's-
knife in his
yeah,
back, a slit. on
He's
the
literally been
He's cut on
stabbed
the
in the
side.
back.
flesh
Yeah.
wounds. He's
Yeah,
fine.
bust a flesh wound. But yeah, no, I thought that was a really badass fight scene,
Yeah,
and
and
I
he-
think we should have more of that kind
it
of
was,
stuff.
like,
And I
real
loved
Alfred
that
fun.
the episode was rated by some of our fans by how many Alfred slaps they'd give it.
I love that.
Thank you, True. We were home. That was the moment I was talking about where I laughed out loud.
Is it
so fun?
How many slaps? Is it 4 out of 5 slaps? Would you say this episode
No, I
was?
think
Is it on
it's
a
on a
scale
10
of 5?
scale.
10 scale.
I think it's on a 10 scale
I
because
would
someone
give this
gave
at
it
least
9
an
Alfred
8
slaps.
I really
Yeah,
liked this episode. Maybe 10 because I like the direction they're going.
Yeah, I'm around 8 slaps for this one.
Yeah.
He's had a few whiskeys.
We're gonna adopt your slap method.
Yeah,
by
I
the
like
way.
it.
Yeah, we
So
like it.
just to maybe this is a good one to end on. Twitter at Mirror Domains tweeted, "Do you think Gordon or Penguin will end up killing Gallivant in Gotham?"
Oh my God, that's
do
a
you
good
think?
question.
Right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Who said that?
At Mirror Domains.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think, Kristin?
I don't know. If I'm going to be honest right now, I didn't hear the question
Oh, that's
because
fine.
I was looking at you guys responding, and I thought it was great. So
Do you think Gordon or Penguin will end up killing Gallivant?
ooh, I don't think it can be Gordon. I don't think it can be Gordon because I still want to be able to root for him. I think it's going to be Penguin, and that's going to cement himself as the head honcho and the one person that you never fuck with in Gotham.
I think that's a good theory because
Yeah.
you're right. I think Gordon has, he kind
He
of
can't-
has the restrictions.
He made that.
Penguin wants to really kill him, and it's in Penguin's MO to kill every mob leader in Gotham. That's his big deal.
I do think it would be really cool to also not give Penguin that satisfaction. I think someone else killing him could be a really interesting thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Or Gallivant just disappearing, something to frustrate Penguin further.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
it would be interesting to watch.
And that to me is really gets down to it when it comes down to the writing or whatever. What pushes the story furthermore? It's Gordon killing him and
Yeah.
Penguin not getting that chance, or something along that lines.
And then maybe that puts them against each other. It could
Exactly.
be a thing. But I
Yeah.
just, oh gosh, I don't ever want Gordon to be bad. Like I said at the beginning of this season, I don't ever want him to be bad.
No,
but
I don't think
sometimes
he'll
we
ever
get it.
cross over.
I think his
that
intentions
badly.
will always be good, but I think his methodology will continue to get
Yeah.
more and more gray. I think that's
In the
that's what
development
they're
of all these characters, I just really, by the end of this season, want Penguin to have a monocle.
doing. Yeah, today when you
Picked up
crush
those
the
glasses and then
Oh,
switched, and I
God.
was like, please turn it into a monocle. Just break it in half.
Totally.
Old school Penguin. All right, you
right.
guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching and participating. We couldn't do this without you. So we will see you next week for the mid-season finale. So exciting. So make sure you're here. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And check out all of our other stream TV shows.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
For more of the Gotham After Show,
Click that button down there.
And subscribe to the Stream.tv.